News24 has just launched their brand new iPad app, and to speak more about it, I have in studio with me Iksan, who is our mobile product owner. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Sean, who worked on the app. He's part of our mobile development team. So guys, tell me a little bit about why this app is so cool.
For the first thing, it's one of the first personalized news apps in South Africa, built specifically for the iPad. We've got a long history with our iPad audience. At News24, it's a long-standing history. They've had a lot of engagement with us. Based on all of that, we wanted to give them something new, something fresh, something refreshing for the market, something that gave you a delicious, laid-back experience that allowed you to engage with more News24 content that you've ever done before.
Okay,
so
cool.
It really is something very different for the market.
Cool. And Sean, you worked on the app. Can you tell me a little bit more about the design?
Well, I mean, we try to make it as intuitive as possible. I think one of the challenges was to make the landing screen like that really pop out at the user, whereas before we had gone with a very standard sort of layout that was just scrolls going from side to side, up and down. Now we've tried to kind of make it more like an artist's canvas in a way, where every time you rotate you're getting a different kind of feel. Each article kind of pops out with its image and kind of really makes a big difference, I think.
Cool.
And one of the nice things that we liked about it and that really came out is that after about 2 days of any user using that app. So you'd get the app, I download the app, Sean downloaded the app. After about 2 days, your look of your app is going to look completely different to mine, completely different to Sean's, because we start learning. Because as we let you engage more with News24 content, you give us the indicators of you're interested in lifestyle content, you're interested in the Anine Boyson style, you're interested in certain things happening around the world. And then we stylize and we personalize your app delivery so that the news that you get is the news that you want to read. So it's very, very different, and it gives you a distinct look and feel. Our previous look was more structured in that we gave users what was available on our sites, but we really didn't give them as much choice as what we are doing now.
Okay, and how do you know what I'm interested in?
You're giving us that feedback, and that's one of the nice, powerful things that we've brought in using these tag systems on all of those articles. Those keywords have existed in our environment for a long time, but we're using them in a very different way now. So we're asking users to give us that input saying, I am interested in general news, or I'm interested in rugby, I'm interested in the Currie Cup, or I'm interested in any specific sport or any specific sphere of news. And then you can start building up on that and giving more indications back to us, and we can then in turn give you that news back.
Okay, so this is a crime story. So I just go like this and say that I'm interested in crime and South Africa, and then you know that, and I'm going to get more stories in my feed.
And then progressively over the time. Sean can take you through a bit more how all of that works from your side.
Well, from the technical side, you know, what we do is getting that list of keywords that you've added to your menu. We then we process that and aggregate a list of articles based on that selection, and we feed it back to you. So your home screen is always going to be populated by those few keywords that you have in there and nothing else.
Okay, great. And is this different than what other news organizations are doing with their apps?
We can't claim to be unique, but definitely in this hemisphere, I think it's a first.
In the South African space, it definitely is a first. It certainly is something that we have stepped away from our traditional background and what everybody else in South Africa is doing and the way we're offering content. Because one of the feedbacks that we used to get from users was, I'm really interested in sport, and a diehard cricket watcher would say, well, I'm not really interested in football. Why are you giving me football content? Why are you giving me rugby content if I'm not interested in that?
Right.
And very similarly, if a user is interested in a specific, in just celebrity gossip, they're not interested in sport at all. So where we constantly got that problem from users was we were giving them more news of things that they didn't want. And at the same time, it meant that they weren't seeing news that we did have of things that they did want.
Right.
So that's where we're setting ourselves apart from everybody else. Everybody else is kind of just putting everything on the canvas and saying, yeah, read what you want. Whereas we're saying, this is what you want to read, enjoy it.
To download the brand new News24 app, you can download it in the iTunes Store by searching for News24. And if you already have the app, you can go into the iTunes Store and just tap Update.